How's it going, everyone? It's Johnny Beard here with another episode of Streamer Stories Podcast. My guest today is one of the lovely people from Scotland. It's the Destroyer, Law, the Destroyer, in fact. How you doing, Law? It's great to have you here.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
I'm like, I've got the Destroyer. You're like, hello.
That's what I like. I like making people confused. It's fine.
I don't know if you're a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan, but I just had this image from the third or fourth season. Like, there's this Gaknor. I am Gaknor. Like, hello. And it's so powerful. Because respectfully, I think you're wonderful, Law. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm excited about this today. I am. So yeah. Yeah.
We were just saying, weren't we, before we pressed record? Like, we have known each other. We've been in each other's like circles, respectfully, for some years now. It's a bit of a weird one, that. But and we were like, how did we find each other? And I think we need to give a little shout out to our friend Gamma Psych.
Yeah.
It's possible that we met through Gamma. But here's what I know: is I'm like, how long have I known you, and where did we find each other? Because I feel like I've known you more on like X/Twitter more than Twitch, but I might be wrong.
No, I think you're right, but then at the same time, I don't know. If it wasn't her that introduced us, then she'll take the credit anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, we'll give it to her.
Yeah.
So, well, Laura, thank you for being here. It's such a great pleasure to have you here, honestly. So I think you're great. I've seen some of your YouTube stuff, seen some of your Twitch stuff. Obviously, I've seen a lot of your tweets, and I think you're just honestly just a really sound person that I have a lot of love and respect for. That I want to give a little platform for you to tell us about yourself, for the next hour or so. So yeah.
Okay, I'll try and I'll try and do that. I feel like I've not got much to tell about myself, but yeah. I like how you mentioned socials though, because all it is me just shouting in the void about stuff I'm annoyed about.
Yeah, but I agree with your annoyance on a lot of things. So, would you like to introduce yourself then, Laura, to anyone who doesn't know what type of content you do? Yeah, well, what is it that you do? What do you bring to the interwebs and in terms of like streaming and stuff?
Oh, that was a question that I wasn't expecting.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm Laura. I'm Scottish. I'm a variety streamer. I want to say I started off more in horror, but I think I'm moving into Souls variety. So I do play a lot of Souls games. I unintentionally and sometimes intentionally make games harder than I need to. That can mean like not leveling up weapons and stuff, or just if someone's really insistent that I do something a certain way, then I'll do it the opposite way, even if it makes my life harder. I'm very, very contrary that way. I'm lost.
No, well, that's a great introduction, and it's so good, isn't it? That you do so many like challenges, don't you, in the Soulsborne vein, don't you? Which is great to see. We were just talking before about you've been doing some one-handed stuff recently.
I'm doing a one-handed run of Elden Ring, and I've got 30 bosses down so far, and there's 207 bosses. So like we're not near the end yet, but some of it I've been like, I actually can't believe how easy it is.
Yeah.
And then there's like one particular boss so far is like I was stuck for quite a while. And I was like, oh no, I might not be able to do this. And then we managed it. So I'm hoping that's just going to keep happening as we get to the harder bosses. But like, I'm worried about it. It's a scary one.
Fair play to you. No, I can't even beat one boss. So there we go. I think I've beaten one boss on Dark Souls 1. There you go. That's my record. That's my record.
If I can do it with two hands or one hand, you can definitely do it with like your hands and like a controller, and you can do it. I swear. 'Cause I thought like that as well. I'd rage quit all the Souls games before I started streaming. It was streaming that made me play it.
Fair play.
That's why I do it. So yeah.
I have done some one-handed stuff. Like my favorite thing that I've done so far one-handed is Spyro 1. I've done the whole Artisan's world one-handed. On my YouTube, actually, the full playthrough of that.
I think that's harder than Elden Ring.
No.
Anything that involves jumping is like, no, absolutely, that sounds terrifying.
It's funny, isn't it? We're like, nope, and you're like, nope. That's so funny. Okay, we're all talking about challenge running and streaming now, but let's go back. Let's turn the clock backwards and go back to little baby Law. Little young Law, growing up. So, like, what was your first like memories of like maybe not even playing a game, like seeing a game? What comes to mind?
Um, I think we're talking about like the Sega Mega Drive era,
Nice, yeah,
potentially. So like my dad and my brother both worked away like at sea. And they'd be away for like months and then come back. And like during the months that they were like at home, I used to sit and either watch them play Sonic or I would be allowed to play as Blaze on Streets of Rage.
did someone say Streets of Rage?
Ah, that is like I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, that is the
Sorry.
best timing. But yeah, that's sort of the games that I really remember. We had a
Nice.
Game Gear as well, and
Yeah.
I used to sit like my brother would sit on the couch, and I would sit like over his shoulder, basically watch them play Sonic on like the tiny, tiny Game Gear screen.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it was more watching than playing, but like that's probably the earliest I can remember. My
Yeah.
memory's terrible though, so it might have happened earlier. I don't know, but
Mega
yeah.
Drive was such a good console, though, wasn't it? It was so good. And Streets of Rage. Oh, yeah. I used to love playing two-player Streets of Rage with my sisters.
hmm
So probably similar thing. I'd imagine, possibly in your household. I can imagine.
hmm
And Blaze is brilliant. Love.
Blaze was the best character. I can't play with any of the others, so like to my brother and my dad, who always went as I think it was Axel. They always went as, and it's like, well, fair play to them because I could never ever master that at all. Like even now.
I played a lot as Axel, and then as time's gone on, I played more as Adam because of the power. Like he's slower, but I actually find the slowness a little bit of like almost like a you can grab onto hold throw opponents and stuff a bit better. Although they can run and smack you and stuff. So, but yeah, I turned into an Adam guy afterwards. But
Mhm.
yeah, so you didn't play much Sonic, but you watched a lot of Sonic. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. When I was like, I would have been when I was like 4 or 5 ish. So like, I think I started properly playing it when the PlayStation 1 came out.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So my brother had it in his room. So I remember like on a Saturday morning, I would like be in my little like with my teddy or something probably, and just like storming into his room to turn the PlayStation on. And it was I don't remember any specific games that like in that sense, like that I had to play. But the PlayStation 1 demo disc, do you remember with like
Oh
the
yeah.
dinosaur tech thing?
Oh yeah.
There was the first level of Crash Bandicoot on it. There was a random
Oh my
fighting
god.
game on it.
Yeah.
I used to play that so much, like I'm
That's
surprised they didn't wear out. Like
I
that was
think
what I
that's
did.
demo one, literally called demo
Mhm.
one, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it? So I think it had Battle Arena Toshinden on it. I think that was the
That's
fighting
what it
game.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
yeah,
had like a little dinosaur thing, and it had Crash. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Good times.
I played a lot of that, and then like I think I remember getting like stuck on the Crash demo, and like David, my brother, would like wake up and be like, and he'd help me. So and then like I watched him play loads of games and stuff on the PlayStation 1 too. But yeah, that's like I think I probably got more hours on that demo disc than like any other game combined.
Yeah, I think I might have said it on the podcast before, but like demos were so important back in those days. Like, I do feel slightly sorry for younger fans of video gaming now because some of those demos were ingrained in our brain because
Mhm.
maybe especially if we couldn't maybe afford the games as frequently as we wanted to, we put so much effort and time and love into playing those demos instead, and those levels were just integrated in our brain. It
Yeah.
almost became this mini game in itself in our heads, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I don't. I played Crash, like the full game, but I don't remember anything more than I remember that first part that I must have played like a million times on the demo disc.
Mm. And oh my god, there's certain games out there that the demos. If it wasn't for the demo playing, let's be honest, people wouldn't have got the full game. In fact,
Mm.
some people didn't get the full game. Like one game that comes to mind for me is like Tombi. I don't know if you've ever heard of or
I've
played
heard of it. I've
Tombi.
never played it though.
Yeah, the Tombi demo really popular here in the UK, but Tombi didn't sell very well, so many people didn't play the actual game. I remember playing the demo religiously, so yeah.
Yeah, it helped, but that's the thing. Even now, like on Steam, if a dev's put a demo out, 9 times out of 10 I'll just try it, and if I like it, like when the game releases, I've got a tendency to buy it. Like I've got a silly big wish list, and I've got a silly big library. But like I like supporting indie devs, so like if they've got a demo that I enjoy, I'm probably going to buy the full game.
Yeah, that's really good. No, fair play. So we went from Mega Drive to PlayStation 1. What are some of your other favourite PS1 games?
I played a lot of Tomb Raider, but only only in the mansion because I didn't like killing the wolves.
Okay, yeah,
So
bless you.
yeah, so I done that a lot. It was really, really good. Like you had like the maze puzzle where you had to like do the maze so that I think you got a med kit or something like that if you managed to get to the center of maze before the time ran out and stuff. Um, but yeah, what else did I play? I think Tomb Raider was the biggest one on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
I don't really remember playing too much else. Like Crash. Oh, and Spyro as well, actually.
Yes.
Now that I think about it, yeah. I managed to get a copy of. So I don't know what it was called in the UK. It might have been called the same Ripto's Rage.
Yes. Yes. It was
Yeah.
Ripto's Rage in America. Here it was. Oh my god. Something Glimmer. Oh my god. That's annoying me. Gateway to Glimmer. There we go.
Okay. I
Yeah.
got because I was in America and I got a copy of Ripto's Rage. Came back and it was back in the days of chip PlayStations. And I was able to play it, but it was in black and white. So like until my friend got a copy of like the actual game, I had no idea what it looked like in color. But yeah, I played that for a fair bit as well.
Oh
I don't know
wow.
why it was in black and white, but it was.
That's yeah. Okay.
Like I tried. My brother tried to fix it, but it was one of them. I don't think I would have been able to play it if the PlayStation hadn't been chipped at all
Right.
because it's not PAL, it's the American version of
Yeah.
I can't remember what
Yeah.
it's called,
And
but
NTSC, I think. Yeah.
that sounds right. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I experienced Spyro for the longest time.
No, well, I was saying nice, but okay. Yeah, but no, chip PlayStations as well, right? Back in those days, like so many people played so many games chipped, and like I just love hearing the words. Oh yeah, I got a chip PlayStation. No, just
Of
because
course you did.
no one says that anymore for obvious reasons. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, like I remember seeing like, oh, I've got a chip PS2. Oh, that was a rarity,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know anybody that had that, but yeah. Even like there were some games that I'd never heard of that like what was it? Apocalypse. It's got Bruce Willis in it. Is it Apocalypse?
Oh, I don't
There's
know.
a PlayStation game that it's got Bruce Willis and I'm sure it's Bruce Willis's voice that I've completed. I would never have picked it up at any point, but my friend literally came round to my house with a bag of PlayStation games. No covers or anything like that. They just had the names written on them. And like, yeah, well, that was one of them. And I completed that, I think, in a night back in the day when you used to do all-nighters. Can't do
Yeah,
that anymore. I'm too old.
they can't do it without saying what. That's actually no. It's yeah, yeah. I do kind of miss that though. Yeah, like you said, it's yeah the overnight experience playing games, or in my case, sometimes watching wrestling overnight. That was like my thing. Yeah, don't do that very much anymore. Like it's WrestleMania. For those who, for context, it's March. It's April. WrestleMania is weekend just gone. Yeah, we watched it in like 3 days. I'm not doing overnighters anymore. So
Yeah, I can't do it. I remember because I remember back then as well. Silent Hill, first Silent Hill was the
oh
one
yeah,
that I'd sat. So it was my friend would sit with like a walkthrough on her, like a printed out walkthrough on her knee, and because she didn't want to play the games, but she wanted the help with the games. So like I'd be the one in control, and I think we completed it in like 6 hours and 20 minutes, which is quite like it wasn't. It's not the quickest time for it or anything like that, but me, like, I think I was like 11 or something like that, was really proud when that screen came
yeah.
up. And I was like, yay! And stayed up all night to do it.
That's very impressive. Like I don't beat Silent Hill that quickly now. I mean, I don't speedrun it for starters, but still,
Yeah.
that's very impressive for an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
I
To be
was
fair, though, I did have the walkthrough, like, being read to me at the time, so I knew where to go. So.
True. So, how much did it have a lot of impact on you, Silent Hill, growing up? Were you scared of it? Like, was it? Yeah, what was it like for you?
So I like the Silent Hill games. I really do. I've not played any of the new ones yet, like the remake of 2 or F. But like I like them. I only ever completed the first one, and what I say, either Downpour or Homecoming, and I know those two are not very critically acclaimed. They're not very good compared to the rest. But it was main a lot of my love for horror, I think, came from Resident Evil more than Silent Hill.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because that was a game that my brother used to play, and I used to sit and like watch him play and be terrified. He used to do how back in the day it would be like if you played it a certain way, you got like a new outfit and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
And I remember I think it was either 1 or 3, and he was doing it with no saves and got to the end fight and died.
no,
And
oh no,
like
yeah,
I just remember the pain of that.
yeah,
But the guy who's when you click on like new game or continue, the guy that goes Resident Evil,
yeah.
he used to give me nightmares.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
do you remember waking up absolutely like terrified because I heard him saying Resident Evil, and like yeah, that scared me. Like, and even now when I hear it, I'm a bit like, oh dear.
Yeah,
But I just that guy's
yeah.
voice, don't know what it was, but scarred me as a child, and it's still
Iconic.
there. Yeah.
Absolutely iconic. Yeah, I miss his voice. Like they don't do it the same anymore. It's a shame. Like it's the same guy. I think. Well, it was similar voice with two. But we went choo. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love him so much. Like I don't know if I don't know if we know his name, but like thank you
Yeah.
for the
Thank you,
scares
Mr.
and
Resident Evil
memories.
Man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, so are we talking about RE1 here when we're talking about memories of Resident Evil? So it was in the mansion, I assume.
Yeah, so Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 were the
Nice.
ones that I would sit and sort of watch, which I've played them now. Like, well, I've played the remakes now myself. I remember I did try and play 2 and got to the bit where the lickers jumped through the glass
Mm,
and literally launched my controller, turned off the TV, could not do it. So yeah, it wasn't until like I was actually an adult that I could play the horror games. Like horror games have always been scary to me. It's just
yeah.
something about that medium. Like horror movies, not scared, but
Right.
as soon as a game, it's terrifying.
I'm similar. You know, I'm similar. I'm at that point now. I get quite desensitized to horror films now,
Mm.
whereas in horror games, I do sometimes get scared of. You know, certain games really do scare the crap out of me, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't remember the last time I've been like properly scared of a horror film. Like, I might get a little jump scare here and there, but very rarely even that. Like, you can see it coming. I feel with a horror film much easier than certain games. I feel. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
agree. It's very predictable
yeah.
now, and you're just sitting. You're like, oh, something's going to pop up at the camera, or you're going to see something in the background, and like that's the stuff that scared me as a kid, but not now.
Mm.
No, braver now, I think.
I feel like we've picked up on the certain tropes, so to speak. Like sometimes the music would go, be quiet, and boom, you know, say, oh yeah, the music went quiet, yeah, I guess, okay.
Yep.
You know, that's how I think. So, yeah. All right, so PS1, fantastic console, of course. So where did you go from PS1? Did you go PS2? Where did you deviate from there?
Um, at one point I had a Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Um, and a Game Boy. Like when I used to go visit my gran in Glasgow on a Saturday, and a Game Boy was not out of my hand. Like I was playing Pokemon constantly. I had the
Nice.
little like light thing, so I could play it in the car
Yeah,
and stuff like
yes.
that at night. So I played a lot of that. Um, and then PlayStation 2, I think it was. I think I got PlayStation 2 and my brother got an Xbox 360, so I was kind of like exposed to all like consoles. Not a
Yeah.
360, what would you call the original Xbox? Original Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox, yeah,
He got
yeah.
he got one of them. So it was like I was exposed to all of them for like the longest time, and then I had to end up spending my own money and buying consoles and had to be a wee bit more picky. But like, yeah, I was lucky in that regard, I suppose.
Nice. No, that's good. I always would have, we should have said Xbox 360. I wouldn't have like, did you have like a hand me down console maybe?
Hmm.
But no, that's cool. Yeah. So favorite titles from that era then?
Um, there's a game that nobody remembers, I don't think, on N64. Like I liked like Donkey Kong and Mario 64. Like that's everybody knows about them. But there was one called Tonic Trouble, and I don't remember much about it. It was a character who I think looked like a radish, potentially, or there was radishes chasing them. I don't remember. Um, and there was like a creepy professor who'd like turned him into a vegetable or something. I genuinely cannot for the life of me remember like what the full story was, but I remember playing that game so much. But I don't know if this was just me. But if anybody had an N64, could they save a game? Because like I had like a save pack thing that you stuck into like the bottom of the controller, and for Tonic Trouble it never worked. So like I was
Oh,
only doing the starting area, but I loved it. Like I put so many hours in it, and like I'd try and get as far as I could before like my mom would turn my TV off and turn the console off if I spent too long away from it. Because the time that I didn't, I burnt in the Final Fantasy 7, no, Final Fantasy 8 menu screen into my
right.
TV. So like she always turned it off if I was away for it for too long. So I could only get to a certain point and then that was it. But yeah, it was a good game. If anybody picks it up, it's fun.
Yeah. No, I can't say I've heard of it, but yeah, memories of saving games. Obviously, yeah, that's a sour point for some people who are, like Mega Drive games. For me, like the amount of times I
Hmm.
played through a Mega Drive game and I couldn't save, it was like, nah,
Yeah.
or yeah, PS1 games. Like I always remember you mentioned Final Fantasy. I remember the back of the manual for Final Fantasy 7. It says, "Buy the new memory card," and it says, it's like you try to beat the game without it. Like, obviously to try and say that you need to play. Yeah, it's such a long game. And then
Hmm.
people were like, took us challenge accepted. I will be Fantasy 7 without saving. Like, what are you doing? No.
No, no. Like I wish I could sit down and play like a Final Fantasy game for that like length of time uninterrupted.
Mm,
That would be amazing. Unfortunately, adult responsibilities.
true. I at one point was thinking of doing like a Guinness World Record. I looked into it properly and everything, and the Guinness World Record's really weird because you have to have like an adjudicator, you have to, and you always have to buy their services almost as well. Because I was looked at like the world record for like longest like game in one sitting, and it was something like 40, I don't know, 46 hours. I was like, I could do that. I
Hmm.
could do that, But then it was actually the reason you can see why it takes so long because you've got to get everything set up and you have to spend like thousands of pounds to get like an adjudicator and a timekeeper and and it's like, what?
Hmm.
No. So maybe I was thinking of doing like Final 10 in my
Hmm.
case in one setting, but no, never mind. It's hard work.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like you would think if you did it on stream, for example. Oh wait, Twitch cuts your VOD after 48 hours, doesn't it? It would need to be
Does
YouTube.
it? Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I've done 40 hours my limit. I've done 40 hours. So I didn't know if 48 hours was the cut-off, was it? Okay, noted.
But like I did a 24-hour stream
Nice.
years ago, and like I think it was by hour like 18, 19, I was literally falling asleep. I felt drunk. Like
Yes.
felt right. I could not go longer than that at all, I don't think.
It was you hit a wall, don't you? That's why I call it. It's like a
Mhm.
marathon wall. You're like, oh god, you got to try and get out of that. Yeah,
Um,
I did that twice with the 40 hours.
I don't know how you do it. I like my sleep. I do like my sleep.
Yeah, sleep's great. Sleep's in the raid. I talk about the importance of sleep in my work, but this is not about work. This is about gaming. So, okay, that's some really good stuff you've mentioned there. Some really good games. Fair play to you. So, um, like, this is a question I suppose for you: is like when you do play games, like especially nowadays, do you play games for like achievements and trophies, or is that not something that you're that interested in doing?
Nah, like I I will be honest, when I was playing more on Xbox, I would like it when I got like a little achievement and everything like that. And I vaguely remember installing, I think you got like the Doritos game for free and you managed to get like a full lot of achievements from one playthrough of that. And like that was great. And even now, like I play those games where you like find cats. And like you get an achievement for each one of them that you find, so you get like 100 achievements per game or something. It's silly, but like I don't, when I'm playing games, I do not care. Like it's when I look at the achievement list, when people like platinum hunt and stuff, and I'm like, that would literally ruin my enjoyment of the
Sure.
game if I did that. Like I love challenges. I just not that kind of challenge, like because there's normally like a collect every item of such and such or do this a certain way, and yeah, it's just not for me. But I get
Yeah.
why people do it though. Like
It's fascinating to me that you do live it like a challenge run and you do your own. It's because it's made up. It's not like something, because if it's something not when I say made up, I mean like obviously you have to be creative to think about it. Is that what it is? Is that where you get the enjoyment? Do you think?
maybe I think it probably could be. It's like a don't tell me what to do or how to play kind of thing. So like I won't do it like
That's
from the
fair.
list, but I'll
Yeah,
do something for myself.
you got your own list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because that's the thing, I get that people like it. There's some people that take it really far and they use it as like a litmus test of how good a gamer you are.
Oh,
Um,
I
and
respect
it's
that.
just
Yeah.
like, okay, fair enough, you've got all the platinums in like the Souls games for whatever. Like that doesn't make you more of a Souls player or less of a Souls player than me just because you've got the achievements. Like I just like playing the games, like chill. But
Yeah. Yeah.
luckily there are actually not that many people like that. There's just a loud amount of people like that, I suppose.
Yeah. True. No, that's when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So we have been talking about some hard games. Like, so is there like a game that comes to mind of like what is the hardest game that you have played?
Mm. Sekiro,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
because I've not completed that one. Like this is my shame. This is my from soft
No.
shame. I cannot complete Sekiro. So I think I'm gonna go back to it at some point because I've managed to complete Lies of P, do the DLC, and also do it without leveling up my weapon. So like there's more parrying in that because I don't parry in any of the other Souls games. So
Right.
like Sekiro was like this brand new thing to me that I was really confused at, and I was terrible at it. So I've gotten to like the last boss, and he's got a few phases, and I can't get past the second phase. And no matter, like I was there for hours, like it was a long few streams, and I was just like, you know what, I know when I can step back, and I'm stepping back. I'll come back to it another time, and so I think it's almost time for a second playthrough. But
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so difficult to me. I'm just not. It's like a rhythm game because it's you're parrying, and like I've never been good at that.
Mm,
So,
that's
aye,
fair. Yeah.
maybe one day I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it feels like you got unfinished business there. That's for
Yeah.
sure. Fair play. Fair play. So, Laura, what are you playing right now? Like, and not only what you're playing right now, like, what's your like balance, I suppose, going from like offline playing games versus streaming? Like, what's your ratio like?
Um, This is really embarrassing. I don't really play games off stream.
No, no.
Um, I get really guilty, or I feel really guilty, and I know this is stupid, and like it's one of those things where it does not matter. But if there's a game like I want to play, I'm like, oh, it'd be really fun to go through that in stream. So like I don't play it myself, and then
Yeah,
it sits in my backlog, and I never. Some of them I just never play, even though I really want to. So like, yeah, at the minute I'm playing through. I'm doing my first playthrough of Warframe, which is really fun and not what I imagined. Um, Half-Life, because I never played the original Half-Life the first time around.
right. Yeah,
Um, I'm bad at that as well. Like that, games were built different back then. Like that's
yeah,
so tough.
yeah.
Um,
I played it last
and
year for the first time.
it's so difficult the
It's
way.
brutal.
Um, so I'm at a bit where like there's mines on the floor and you need to shoot them, but there's a sniper in a nest behind you. So if you go in a straight line, you'll get shot. There's like um I may have rage quit on
Yeah.
YouTube a few weeks ago, maybe months ago now, and I will go back to it. I'm planning on recording like next week, but it's one of them where I'm like, I can't. Why is this game making me so angry? Like, why? So yeah, I will get back to it, but oh, it's so difficult, so
I
difficult.
I played Half Life last year, full playthrough, first time round ever, and yeah, I don't know how many times I died in my full playthrough. Like I must have been. It felt like it might have been hitting four digits. Like it's definitely hundreds of deaths. That's for sure. And
Like I'm safe scumming and everything.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Well, I was about to mention that. Thank you for mentioning save scumming because I was literally about to say that. There's one part I think I've got a clip somewhere of me save save stating at the worst point because I've basically got a guy shooting for me from underneath whilst I'm loading in.
yeah.
So it was like it was just
Oh,
permanent death of like he's loading up.
that's awful. That sounds like the
Brutal.
minecart level. Like
Yes.
that was it's just but yeah, I'm hoping to get that done. And I'm playing Elden Ring again. But one handed, so only half playing it I suppose. I kinda like if I'm only playing with one hand.
Yes.
Um but that's what I think that's what I've got on the go. Like I play a lot of indie games in between those times. So
Nice.
like YouTube a lot is a lot of indie games. So it's like maybe just demos or games that I've had my eye on that have released and, been given a key, that kind of thing. And
Cool.
I try that for a while. And if the video doesn't hit or whatever, that's fine. That's when I tend to play it off, like not for content, but just for me. Because yeah, I like having I like supporting indie devs, so I like
Yeah.
experiencing what they've got to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I think it's so good. I love it when people say that. Like you said as well. Like I play, I'll buy the game if I enjoy the demo. I think it's so good. Like it's a massive deal to them, isn't it? If their games, get bought, and you just feel like you're so much more part of like the development cycle, so to speak. If you support the indie, and if it's an underrated game as well,
Yeah,
wonderful.
there's so many. It's such a hard like thing to break into as well. Like it must be really really scary because like it's great if you happen to be one of the devs that get picked up on Twitter and people are talking about you and you sell loads of copies. But like for the ones that are just like quietly plodding along that nobody really like, they're the ones that I kind of look for a lot of the time because I've played some really really like good games that haven't had much backing. And like it just but you can tell that the dev's really passionate about it and
Yeah.
like yeah, that's what because I can't make a game. Like I think
Right.
it's really impressive that they're making games. Like
100%.
so yeah.
And it's
Uh
annoying as well when you get people like shit on those devs as well if they've made a, should we say, not polished game. Let's put it
mm,
politely. They get so much crap, and it's like,
hmm
well, you do it then. If you're so good, you make it. Like, oh yeah, I would do so much respect for indie
That's the thing as
developers.
well. Like I think jank is quite charming a lot of the time as well. Like you've got bad games and then you've got kind of janky charming games. And like I'm much more forgiving when it comes to an indie dev who like, has a full-time job and does that on the side and stuff like that than what I am if a AAA game gets released and it's not great.
Yeah,
Like because they've got massive teams. So I don't know. I don't think I could do it. So like I just think it's really cool to like see this little game. Like I know that there was it Emeka Games? They done the horror summer of oh
yes,
it's yeah
58, something like that.
something like that. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had like a whole
fantastic
kind of
game.
series. Um for a while people because those games they're really good, they're very cheap, but they're also less than 2 hours long. So
Mm.
like for Steam's refund policy, people were
Yeah,
buying them and just like refunding them. They were like, "You're saying that you like the games, but you're refunding." Like I just think that's so rubbish. Like that
yeah.
folk would do that.
No, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's literally what happened with me with Summer 58. I watched a couple of playthroughs of it and go, oh my god, this is incredible. But because I'd watched a couple of playthroughs, I felt like, oh, I don't need to play it. But then, yeah, you're right. Emma games were like people are refunding the game because it's too
Yeah.
short. I bought the game for that reason. Then I went, what, I'm not even playing. I'm playing the game because I've seen
Mhm.
a full playthrough of it. But I just want to support the indie developer
Yeah.
um, because like he deserves his flowers. He deserves his money. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
so frustrating when it happens.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well, because I'm sure the people that refund for under 2 hours would be the same people that would probably moan if the game was like 3 hours long and it had loads of filler.
Yeah,
So like it's if that's the length of the story, that's the length of the story, yeah. Like I don't mind. I don't care how long a game is, as long as it's fun.
yeah, 100%. I was talking about you know content creation at the moment, one thing I just want to ask you actually is a couple of questions. And one is, firstly, do you have like a schedule, or do you just do it on the fly? And secondly, do you differentiate what content you do for YouTube versus Twitch? What's your setup like?
Um, yes, I have a schedule. Um, so on Twitch, it's generally Wednesday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. If I suffer with migraines quite a lot and stuff, so like if it's been a hard day at like work, or it's just a bit of a stressful time or whatever, I'll cancel a stream. But that's generally my days that I stream. And then YouTube, a video goes live on Monday and Thursday. Um, and it's generally, I'm also live on YouTube as well, I suppose, when I go live on Twitch. But like, it's, I feel like there's some games that are better for streaming and some games that are better for videos. And like, I kind of keep the Souls-ish type stuff to stream, because I don't think I could do that on my own. Like, you know how if you keep dying at the same bit and like everything, at least like if you're on stream, you can chat about it,
Yeah,
and stuff. Whereas like if I was just sitting here and doing that for a YouTube video, I could have like 6 hours of footage and only have made progress of like a few minutes really and stuff. So it tends to be like more story based, like definitive chapters or quests or something like that I can play as like an episode when it's a let's play type thing. That's how I kind of I differentiate it. But there's loads of games I want to play, so like that doesn't mean that I wouldn't play like a story game on
yeah,
stream or anything like that either. We've played Cyberpunk and stuff on stream too, which really good game if you haven't played it. I'm sure
yeah.
you have.
No, need
You
to play
haven't?
it.
Yeah, you do.
No, I know. Yeah, it's
I
on
thought
my
it was just
list.
me that hadn't played all these good games.
Oh
Like,
mate, yeah, no, I need to play Cyberpunk. Yeah, yeah. It's been on the list for the longest time. But it's those type of games, like you mentioned about, like what content works. I do find those really big, long RPGs really difficult. Like I'm playing Fantasy 16 at the moment, and I'm like, man, like I only play this on Sundays, and I play for like 4 or 5 hours. Like it's like a 60-hour game. I'm like, I'm
hmm
gonna play this for a month. I did it with
yeah,
Clair Obscure last year, and I'm like. Can you imagine doing that with like a Skyrim or a Witcher or a Cyberpunk? You're like, oh my
yeah,
god, I'll be playing this for like 15 months.
yeah. I think Cyberpunk took me like 3 months. And I think I'd done the majority of the side quests and stuff. Maybe 4 months. But and same with E33, like that took me a good few months to get through as well.
Yeah.
But it's just if it's a good game, then it's fine. Like I did try and play The Witcher years, well, I say years ago, a couple of years ago on YouTube, and I may have rage quit. I
Oh,
don't rage quit a lot of games. By the way, Witcher, I just finished playing Elden Ring when I started it. So it was like the first playthrough of Elden Ring. And the combat is not good for The Witcher 3 if you're used to Souls games.
sure. Yeah.
It's really, really
I
clunky.
can I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just could not get through it. I got to a bit where I was in a cave. I kept dying over and over and over. And I was just like, look, I'm sorry, I can't have another like video like this. I'm stopping playing just now. If I want to come back, it might be on stream. Because then I can have the conversations and stuff with people. But
Yeah.
like it's so clunky. So clunky.
I love how you describe that with content creation. Like I really do. Like you like the social aspect, doesn't it? It keeps you going, doesn't it? Like
Hmm.
it's people stream for different reasons, don't they? And it seems like you got really a community around you in terms of like keeping you going, keep the conversation going, supporting you, just being there along your side, doesn't it? It sounds like a good
Yeah.
a good vibe.
It's way easier to do difficult stuff when even if like people aren't chatting. So like I've got a lot of lurkers in my community as well because most of us do. And it's like they're not chatting, but maybe like if you win, you'll see like them putting like emotes in the chat because you won, but they've not said another thing like all stream. But they're clearly paying attention. They're clearly like wanting you to win.
Yeah,
And it's just stuff like that. It does really help. And I couldn't play Souls games on my own. Like I genuinely can't. Like
yeah,
I can't do it. So I feel like that's the best part about the community side of it. And they're not all Souls players. They just know how difficult the games can be.
yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. So, Law, you're going to be for this moment. Well, actually, I'm afraid in this fictional situation, you're stuck on a remote island forever. Sorry, my bad. But you're only allowed to bring 3 games on that island with you forever. I'm afraid. You know, as much food, any people on there as you want, but in terms of the games, you're only allowed 3. What games would they be and why? Sorry, I really build
No,
that
no,
up.
no. But my thought was like you then said you'd have as many people on there as possible. I was like, no, the whole reason for being on a remote island is so that there's no other people.
You can have a
Um,
non-person island if you want. It's your island. It's Law Island. There we go.
just like my household, we can all just go to the island as long as there's Wi-Fi. It's fine.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't, I don't know. I was thinking about this kind of question, and like I want to say like Elden Ring. Even
Mhm.
though like I've played it, I feel like I've played it to death. I still don't know where everything is. Like my memory's terrible, so it's like playing it for the first time every time. Um,
Yeah.
but like there's lots of different ways you can play it,
Mhm.
so you don't have to do the same thing like every time. And like maybe if I was on an island and it was one of the 3 games that I had, then I could be good enough to play it like blindfolded or something. Like you know what I mean? Like that would
So
be an
let's just
achievement.
imagine you just blindly finding yourself on this island.
Yeah,
There's no
there's
one else there.
nobody else to make fun of me.
Yeah. Ah, fuck
It's
it.
like, and then I genuinely don't know. Like I'm stumped at this point.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what other games I could put quite as many hours in because, like, in fact, you know what? I'll say The Witcher 3. Maybe I'll finally get through it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Play it
and
before Elden Ring because then the battle system,
yeah,
the fight,
yeah,
yeah.
this is true. This is true. And then, like, I don't know, some sort of like game anthology. Oh, there's the Tomb Raider collections or something. There's at least like
Yeah.
3 games in what each of them. So like, I'll take one of them. So if that's technically more than 3 games, but like within the parameters.
There's
Like,
the remaster, isn't the trilogy, isn't
mm,
there? So
yeah,
there you go. You can play
yeah.
the original trilogy. Yeah, because some people miss that question. They kind of go. I think I said on mine like I can get the Mega Drive collection of 40 games or
Oh
something
yeah, I
like
forgot about that. Yeah.
that. So it's one disc. It's
Mhm.
allowed. So
Yeah.
yeah. Or the other thing I like to say is I do a lot of Resident Evil Byran modding, don't I? So like I'll
Mm.
do it like that because it's a randomizer constantly playing each time, so you can put mods onto
That
it.
that's if mods are allowed, that's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
it's a lovely segue to do you do mods? Do you do play mods? Is that something that you're involved in at all?
Not overtly I want to be. I'm scared.
Yeah.
So, the one that I have currently is the seamless co-op mod because I think it's great for like playing like the Souls games with friends because they're not really known for being that easy to summon people in and stuff like that. So like I like that, and that's pretty much the only one that I use consistently. Um the Souls community's got like a big modding community, and I've used a couple of ones for Dark Souls 3. There's Oh, I feel really bad. It's really good. Basically it changes like the entire game. There's something that's mentioned in the game that the modders have like created an area for and stuff like that. Like
Oh
literally like
right.
jaw-droppingly beautiful, and I cannot remember what it's called. There's new bosses and stuff. So like aye, it's but the only issue is you need to like seamless co-op's different. It makes a new game file, but some of them don't. And if you click on it and you're online, then you'll get banned. And I'm really worried about losing my accounts.
Hmm.
Um, so that's kind of why I don't dabble that much. But then I also see people play like Resident Evil 7 with like the Shrek mod or the Thomas the Tank Engine mod, and I
Yeah.
really would love to do that because that looks really fun.
Yeah.
But not something I've done yet.
Yeah. I remember seeing Skyrim with like Randy Savage like going, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's a dragon. Let me tell you something.
It's
Just
so
stuff
silly,
like that.
but
It's so
it
funny.
looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'd like to get involved with like more games like that have got just silly mods rather than changing game mods
Mm,
like that kind of thing. So yeah,
yeah,
something I'll
100%.
do.
I got a question for you from a previous streamer, Law.
Oh,
So they didn't obviously know it was going to be landing on yourself for the question, but here it is. It's a really funny, silly question, but simply they're asking you: does blowing on a Nintendo cartridge actually do anything? What's
yes,
your take? Yes.
yes, it works. It works 100%. It works because I know I know as a kid that it wouldn't work, and then you blow on it and it would work.
Yeah.
So I have no doubts in my mind. I don't care if it's a placebo. I don't even know if you can get something that's not actually biological as a placebo, but like I believe that it works, and
Yeah.
it's something you should do. I don't care that they say that you shouldn't do it because it damages the carts and whatever. It works.
Yeah, I do it. I did it. I do it. Slash did it with Mega Drive. Yeah,
Hmm.
you put it in, wouldn't work. Take it out, put it back in, wouldn't work. It's
Yeah,
working. It's great.
and it makes a
Yeah,
really satisfying noise when you do it as well.
yeah,
Like it's a fun noise that when you go. So yeah,
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. It's an ASMR as well. You're right.
yeah,
Completely right. It's a great feeling.
yeah,
Yes, and don't do it. No, I'm doing it. So,
yeah.
okay, let's talk about collectibles. Like, I love your setup behind you. It's a lovely, love a little dark aesthetic. Obviously, I've got a similar dark aesthetic myself. So, but do you have any like video and collectibles? Is that something that you're interested in?
Many. Um,
Nice.
so like that's a Millennia helmet there.
Right. Oh, nice. Okay,
Um,
now I can see it. Yeah.
I've also got the Wilder and the Mesmer helmets as well. I'm literally just changing my living room about, so like I don't have them to show. Anything that has From Software attached to it, generally I will buy. So at the minute, I've got a pre-order for the 3 skate decks that came out or that are coming out. I don't skate. I don't really put skateboards up on my wall, but apparently now I'm gonna. Um,
Yeah.
I like sort of like clothing and stuff as well. So like I'm wearing a Sigma t-shirt at the minute,
Oh,
so
right.
like
Okay.
stuff
Nice.
like that. And yeah, I've got like plushies. I've got an Alexander plush. I've got like stuff for Hollow Knight. Um, Expedition 33.
Nice.
Like I have, I've bought anything pretty much with Expedition 33 on it. I've got the Monolith edition. I got the
Nice.
Mirror edition. I don't even play it on the console. That I've got the games like the steelbooks and stuff like that for. But they were really pretty. I recently went to a Comic Con in Edinburgh, where Rich Keeble and Max Sense were there. So I've got signatures on my steelbooks.
Nice.
Got a photo with them. Like I am absolutely obsessed. I've got a vinyl collection of random games. So like
Nice.
Expedition 33 is one of them. Halo.
I might
Um,
respectfully come to your house and steal that, just so you know. I don't know where you
yeah,
live, obviously, but you know, I'm this. Yes, mine. Sorry, it's
yeah.
mine now.
Um, like I don't even we do have a record player. I've never used a record player.
No,
Like
never.
no. So to my husband's shame, I've never used a record player. Because he
He's
loves
right.
vinyls. He's got a massive vinyl collection. But like
Funny.
it never ever used it, but I now have like a collection that sort of rivals his because I've just been
That's so funny.
every time they release something, it's like, oh, it's a vinyl. I'm going to buy that. Don't know why, but they always look really pretty.
They are. They're so gorgeous.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I suppose the last thing is tattoos because like I have, I've got SKA on this arm. I got a saw cleaver from Bloodborne here. Oh, and I've got my Hollow Knight tattoo.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Yeah.
I'm on the 17th of May. I'm getting some Souls stuff on that arm and stuff like that as well. So like, yeah, I feel like permanent editions is like another thing that I collect.
Yeah, 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 definitely permanent.
Yeah,
That's amazing. I love that. That's a great answer. Thank
I
you.
get so obsessed with stuff like that. So like Expedition 33 is a perfect example. Hadn't really been following it. Played it on a whim. Fell in love with the music. Fell in love with like the story. And immediately went out before I'd even finished the game. Immediately went out and got my SK tattoo. Like
Wow.
it was really like it's like this. If this has the worst ending, I am screwed. But yeah,
Yeah,
I get obsessed and I can't help it.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, Laura, can I ask you, where does your streamer name come from? Is there any like hidden meaning behind it? Where does Lord of the Destroyer come from?
Oh no, I saw this and I'm like, oh no, you're gonna ask me this question.
You
So
can, I said you can not. If there's anything you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
no, it's not that I don't want to answer it. I would love to be able to give you an answer.
Oh, it's just a
I
simple
just,
answer.
I have no idea.
Oh,
I
yeah, one of
genuinely
those.
do not remember. So I remember that this has been my name since the Xbox asks you to like create a profile. I don't know why.
Yeah, you went with Lord
Like
of the Destroyer.
it was something I don't know if I genuinely can't remember if at the time it gave you like a randomized suggestion and it was something destroyer and I just changed it to Lore because Lore works for my name.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
and that's it. I have no recollection of where it come from. 86 isn't even because people will be like, "Oh, so you were born in 1986?"
All right, yeah.
Nope.
No, he just went
So
with 86.
that's more of a a a bad story, I guess. So like when I was growing up, it was more popular to make yourself seem a bit older online.
Yes, yes,
So
it
my
was.
handle at the time, which I'm not going to say it because it was really a product of its time, very very embarrassing. It started with sweet, so like we're not going to continue
No.
the rest of that.
Okay.
Um, and like I it was the end of it was 86 to make myself 3 years older, so that when I made it, so that was 16 when I like I
Yeah.
don't know I'd been 13 or something. So yeah, that's nothing like 86 has nothing to do with my birthday, anything. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. So, but it works. I
My
feel like.
my first username online. You're talking about cringe. I was shouldn't be saying this much nowadays. It's not very cool to say, but I was a massive Marilyn Manson fan. Not a cool
Mm,
thing to say in 2026 for
yeah.
obvious reasons. I mean, musically, that's one thing, but personally, anyway,
Yep.
I was a JDH89 Manson because I was
Oh,
born in
okay.
19. I'm an 89 kid, and those are
Same.
the initials
Same.
of my it was that's the initials of my name, and then my
Hmm.
favorite band, Manson. So it's
Yeah.
cringe, isn't
It is
it?
like because that's the thing. I remember being on. You remember forums, like
Yes.
being on a few forums, and like I needed a username for that, and it was underscore dogma underscore. And the reason for that is because I was watching Dogma at the time when I made my account,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I have not got anything that associates why I was Lord the Destroyer, and I
No,
wish I knew. I don't know where it came from,
no.
but it stuck for this long. So
I'm surprised it didn't go if it's from the early 2000s. Destroyer, XX,
yeah,
Lord of Destroyer, XX, or something like that. You've got to have them X's on the ends. I mean, X's on the ends. So, okay, so Lord of Destroyer then, it stuck for a while. So, into streaming then. So, how long have you been streaming for, actually? When was your like, your first streams? And what was the process for you going into, like, setting up for the first ever stream? What was that like for you?
uh, I don't really remember. I watched a lot of like YouTube for what to download and stuff. Because I had no idea. Like I say I got a PC to stream. I didn't get a PC to stream. I got a PC to play PC games because I hadn't played on PC since I was like 15. So yeah, I really wanted. I'd watched Markiplier playing Soma, and I
Nice.
was like, I really want to play Soma.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what happens if I just stream though? Like, how difficult is it to stream?
Mhm.
And then it turns out you just install OBS and then that's pretty much it. Like, create a Twitch account. So yeah, looked at YouTube and stuff and then managed it. I think my first stream might have been muted. I don't know. It was probably really, really scuffed. Um, but yeah, it was like March 21. So like I missed COVID.
Right. Yeah.
Like I missed like the COVID boom and things like that. But like yeah, I think it was March 21 was my first stream. Got affiliate in April 21 for my birthday. And yeah, just played random shit online for people for like that long. So it was like 5 years. 5 years? Yeah, 5 years. Like yeah.
And it was Doma as well you played.
So I think I don't know why, but I think my first one was Man and Medan.
Okay,
Um,
okay, yeah, yeah.
or it was We Happy Few. I'm not
Okay,
entirely
yeah.
or I don't know if maybe I was playing We Happy Few like before I was streaming or whatever. because I think I had like a week where I was trying to test out games and what ones worked and what ones didn't. But I think I think it was after I'd done whatever game it was. I'd played Soma, and I was just like, this is actually really like this is good. I can't believe like I never played this before. I love Soma, and then got really annoyed at it. But there's spoilers and stuff for my feedback on Soma.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it was a good game. Really enjoyed it, and that's I feel like I lean towards more PC game. Like I like playing on PC. Like
Yeah.
keyboard and mouse is really good, unless it's like third person. I'd say like if it needs aiming, I cannot aim on a controller anymore ever.
No.
Like I need to use a mouse to aim. Like otherwise, it's just so bad. So I like using keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. I do everything I can not to use a keyboard. That was,
Oh,
I'm a controller guy, but some games like I get visibly annoyed on a stream if I'm like building popping up a stream for the first time. Like the keyboard is not, it's like controller is not accessible, and it's just like, okay, fine, okay, where's the WASD? There we go. Right, I have to get in my hands into position. I'm just so bad at this.
I've got a lot of respect for people that play any sort of aiming game or first person game on a controller.
Mm.
I just can't. I don't know. My brain does not make that connection anymore of how to do it with my thumbstick. Like,
Isn't it? Yeah, goodness me. So streaming for 5 years then. So what's some of your favorite memories then? Some of your favorite moments, or like is it community focus? Is it big games that you've conquered and stuff like that? What comes to mind?
um, I think so. Weirdly enough, the first year that I started streaming was also the year that I did my 24-hour stream, and
Right.
where I said that I wouldn't ever stream 24 hours again, because it was terrifying. But we were raising money for Mental Health UK,
Yeah,
and I
nice.
said that if we raised £1,000, I would shave my head. So we obviously raised more than £1,000. So it was if it was £1,000, I would shave my head. If it was £1,001, Jay would shave his head.
Right.
I think we made like 1,500 or something like that in the end. And like so we both of us just like shaved our heads on stream. That was really really fun, and like it was hair. Like even now it's not grown all the way back since like I keep shaving the sides of it. But like it was really really good to be able to do that and just like I like it. I don't know. I like doing things like that for charity. Like I did one recently for Special Effect.
Fantastic
Um,
charity.
and I've other um what are their name? Trevor Project, stuff like that. Like
Yeah, great charity. Yeah.
I love raising funds for charity. And then if it makes me like if it helps for me to do silly stuff so that we can get more money, then I'm quite happy to do that. Like I think for the Trevor Project one, I shaved my eyebrows off.
Yeah.
Like I just anything that we can try and like boost the funds for the charity. Like because it's not something I would do if I was asking people for subs or anything like that. Like I wouldn't do it that way. So like I that and I think Expedition 33 is my other really thing memory, like fun memory. Or I cried like it's the first time like I cried on stream, like actual tears. And
Yeah.
like I watched both like I completed both parts to the
Yes.
end of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
it wasn't just one lot of crying, it was two lots of crying. I had like
yeah.
lots of kitchen roll, I was trying to sort my makeup. And like yeah, I'm not normally an emotional person.
Yeah.
So um it was like one of those things where it was like after 5 years I felt comfortable enough, or 4 and a bit, I felt comfortable enough to cry in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness
Uh,
me. I've only I've rarely cried on stream. The game that caught me actually was a game. Actually, if you like indie games, the game that made me set off was a game called Rakuen, which was made by a wonderful person called Laura Shikihara. She was the composer for the Plants vs Zombies games.
mhm,
She used to make a few games, and she made a game called Rakuen, which is kind of more of a platformer pixel style. Like I think it was made on like RPG Maker or something like that.
mhm,
And it's a story about a little boy who goes into like a fictional world with his mum, and basically, I won't spoil obviously the actual full story, but basically he's terminally ill
Oh,
and stuff like
that
that,
does sound sad. Yeah.
and he's going in this like wild adventure and stuff like that with his mum from reading a book and stuff like that. It's incredible, and I cried like 3 times.
Yeah.
The ending, I was like, I had to like mute my mic. I was obviously doing all the narration and stuff like that. I couldn't finish it. I was just like, I can't. I muted my mic, cried my eyes out, and let the text just go.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Well, it was beautiful, but horrible.
Hmm.
But with Cloud Obscure, I think because everyone, I don't know what it's like for you with your emotions, but for me, my emotions, if people go, "Oh, you're gonna cry," "Oh, you better cry," give me all this stuff, and people are like, "It's the most sad thing ever." I think if people do that, I almost feel like my body's like challenge accepted.
Yeah.
So I didn't cry during that part of Cloud Obscure. I actually don't think I cried at all during Cloud Obscure, but the closest part, the lump in my throat moment, was at the start of the second act when you are, you got the hand and you've got the tree and stuff like that.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I was
I didn't
like
cry there, but like it's sad.
very sad, and everyone's obviously being really loving and lovely and stuff like that, and like I was like, but I kind of saw the end of Act One coming, so I don't know. I didn't. My God, it was like, yeah. This is going to be
Yeah.
very sad, Johnny. Whereas in the second part, I was like, oh, this is coming out of nowhere. So,
Yeah. No, it was right at the end for me.
oh, yeah,
When it comes to like when you see the characters,
yeah,
like when
yeah,
you
yeah,
see each of them and like their reactions depending on what option and stuff like that. Like that's
yeah,
what got me. And like I played and I this thing it's difficult to know how much you can say because like other people might not have played it, but we support the girls in this house, so this is why that's what I went with first.
mhm, yeah,
And like I cried at that obviously, but there's a part in it where you literally just see two characters, and I was like, who is them? And like the tears just would not stop. They wouldn't stop.
yeah,
And then one of my community was like, oh, you should reload the save and do the
yeah,
other
yeah. I had
option.
the same. Yeah,
And then by the time the credits rolled at that point, like I think I had mascara down to like my chin. And like it's just so sad. But I
yeah.
think the music as well. I
Oh,
think that does a lot to me
and
now.
yeah, I was gutted I missed out on the orchestra actually for that. Um, yeah,
Yes, I was in that queue and I
yeah.
was waiting, and then I got to pick the tickets, and literally as I was checking out, they got taken from me. And then
Oh
I
man.
almost bought some the other day because they became available again, and then realized how am I going to get to London within 24 hours?
Oh yeah, yeah, true, true. Oh man, goodness me. Okay. Final question then. So which is, simply, is there any advice, any suggestions, anything you'd like to say to anyone who's thinking of picking up streaming for the first time? What would you think?
Um, just do it, really. Like I don't I don't think there's any point in not doing it, but I also think keep your expectations kind of, you know, like not low, that's not what I mean, but like it's really easy to get caught up in numbers and tie in your numbers to your self-worth.
Mhm.
And like I do it. Like I'm pretty sure everybody does it sometimes. And there's like some weeks where you're just like what's the fucking point? But it it's one of them where it can be fun if you've only got a couple of people there. It can be fun if you're on your own, and it can be fun if you've got like a full chat or whatever. Like it's not a reflection of like how good a time you can have.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
think like making it seem like your self-worth is tied to that is just it's always going to cause like upset basically, so try not to do that. But yeah, just do it if you've got a PC or a console that you can stream from. Just not the only thing that stop like the only thing that you're doing by not doing it is not doing it. Like that's it. I'm very much a if you want to do something, do it. Like if it's not
Mhm.
illegal, like go give it a try. If you don't like it, then you don't like it.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
really basic but simple. A really basic, simple advice, but it's so true. And the amount of people that deviate from it, it's unreal.
Yeah.
They make it all about the numbers, and like you said, the numbers does not equal self worth. I love that quote. It's such a true thing to say that people even though people say it, they don't actually act upon it. They will put their stock on that number in the corner, and it's like, it's not all about that. You have X amount of people here turning up to see you enjoy that. And I always love the analogy people do often say as well, where it's like, imagine that many people in your room right now watching you play a game. Like, oh my
Or
god, that'd be insane.
that many chickens chasing you. I'm a little bit scared of chickens. That's why that. But like, yeah, like I totally get it. People think they see big streamers and they're like, well, that's going to be me.
Mhm.
And the likelihood is it's probably not. And like, there's some luck involved, but there's obviously like what you do outside streams and things like that as well that matter. And like, I just it's one of them where I don't. So I always say it that I am happy with the size of community that I have, and I would never give that up if it meant that I couldn't have as much fun as what I do now. Like, I could have 500 people in my stream, and if I wasn't having as much fun as I was having, like, at this point, then what's the point? Like, as soon as it stops becoming fun to me, I'm not going to be, like, doing videos or anything like that. It's just all very much for fun.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Lol, thank you so much. That was a really fun chat. You were great.
Thank you.
I could talk to you for much longer.
It was less nerve-wracking than what I thought it would be, to be fair. I was very scared. Like,
bless you. No.
not because of you, by the way. Not because I was chatting to you. It's just more that it's just, I don't know. I'm not used to having a two-way conversation on camera. Like, it's normally just a one-way conversation. So.
I get that for sure. No, it's I'm really happy you agreed to come on, and I hope everyone's enjoyed it. It's been wonderful getting to know a lot about your history of playing games and content creation. It's been great. So would you like to tell everyone where we can find you on social media? Whereabouts are you? Where can we find you?
I'm everywhere where you can shout into the void. Under this name, so Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky. Kind of Instagram, TikTok. I'm not active all the time in all of them. Like, it comes and goes in waves, but like I'm on most of them. So yeah, either LorTheDestroyer or LorTheDestroyer86, depending on what name was available.
Yeah. Wonderful. And then you do stream on both Twitch and YouTube. So if you want to catch Lore live, please make sure you give her a follow. It's I am. So you better. Oh, thank you so much.
So assertive.
I try. I'm not very good at being assertive, but I try. Do it, or else, or else I'll be very, very disappointed. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you for watching / listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Much love. Take care. Goodbye.